Hey guys, what's up? Pixels here. In today's video, we are doing a build for Mia on Evil Dead the game. Now, Mia has a lot of potential. This is going to be like a high damage type of build if you want to max out her potential and doing damage. I got a lot of games where I go over 100k damage with this build. It's absolutely insane. So the first one obviously is Last Word. I don't really like Last Word, but you know, the extra 15% does help out a little bit during combat situations. And just 1 point in the Artful Dodger. You can go up to 35% if you want to, but in my opinion, 15% is enough of the 2 pink fuck upgrades to get the 2 dodges. And anyways, you know, the only reason you go up to 35% is so you can do 2 dodges and then get a little bit of sprint left. But honestly, it's not that worth it. We're just going to max out Devastating Force. So as I think Mia has the potential to probably be the highest damage warrior in the game. And we'll get into that later into the video. But yeah, so basically going for health damage. Since the balance bar nerfs, health damage for me is a lot more important now. Obviously, as well as damage reduction. So damage reduction we're going to put up to 3 as well in Tougher Than Hell. And then we're just going to put 1 point into Fighting Shape. And then we're going to come back up to Seeing Stars. And Seeing Stars we're just going to put 1 point into at the moment. And then we're just going to go Industrial Strength. And then we're just going to put 3 points into that. Only 3, that's fine. You don't really need to get the extra 5% to go maximum on that. The next one, of course, is a quicker cooldown on her ability. So she has like a 105-second cooldown on her ability, which is pretty crazy. So obviously dropping 10% off that, you know, you're roughly going to get about 11 seconds cooldown reduction, which is really nice. So again, it's a priority on me if you want to do a high damage type of build on her. And we're just going to go up with Stunning Strikes, one-handed weapon, and then we're going to go for two-handed weapons. So obviously Mia has Machete Mastery, so you'd think, you know, you go for the one-handed weapon, but honestly the Machete is kind of worthless on her because with her having the heavy damage, which is the Blood Rain one, I think it is, yeah. So a percentage of Mia's heavy attack damage is converted into prolonged bleeding damage. So, you know, if you hit harder with like a harder weapon like a Lumberjack Axe, you get a lot more bleeding damage, which is a lot better. So the Lumberjack Axe on her is absolutely insane. It's like the amount of damage you can deal with her is pretty crazy depending on her fear levels. And she's a lot more of a complicated survivor. She's not going to be easy to use straight away. Like I said, you've got to use the right time to use her ability and stuff. We're just going to put 1 point into Blood Force Trauma as well. Blood Force Trauma, again, it's like, you know, 5% extra balance bar damage. And then we're just going to put 3 points into heavy damage. So with this build, you mainly want to be hitting heavies with a Lumberjack Axe. And like I said, it's going to give you a massive damage output. As you'll see in the gameplay, obviously, you know, even with a common Lumberjack Axe, I can get pretty high damage numbers. And also then I do get a legendary one, which again gives me absolutely insane damage numbers. You know, I'm getting over 1000 per hit with her ability as well. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to break down how to play Mia a bit better as well, and to give you guys some tips on how to play her. So with the pink fuck upgrades, before we get into that, of course, the pink fuck upgrades is obviously stamina, and then I go straight into melee with her because, like I said, I want to get the faster heavy attack speed as soon as possible. So stamina, melee, and then health. You know, maxing out her health is greatly important as well. I don't really go for like the extra amulets straight away because, you know, I'm not really running reinforced amulet on this build. So, you know, having the extra health is going to help out in combat as well. So just make sure that you go for stamina, melee, health, and then shield. Probably in that order is the best thing you can go for her. Don't go into fear at all with her because with her ability, the more fear that she has, the more damage that she does, which is really good. So be sure to do that. And of course, like I said, make sure that you hit the heavies as much as possible. And you know, it's not going to be a build where you'll go in and just, you know, absolutely destroy everything. Of course, you will destroy everything, but you'll take a lot of damage in the process with a lot of face tanking involved. So you've got to be, you know, smart when hitting your heavy attacks rather than just doing a lot of face tanking, because we don't have a massive amount of damage reduction in this build, but it is a good one nonetheless. With her ability, so there's certain points that you should trigger it. In my opinion, the best way I found to trigger it was when my fear level just hit the threshold. But because we have the quicker cooldown, you can actually, if you don't have high fear at all, if you trigger her ability, your fear level will still go up during that ability, which means you will get extended damage over time as well, which is really good. So obviously the longer her ability goes on for, which I think has a duration of 20 seconds, it actually has a 25-second duration. So the fear increase per second is 3, so that's obviously going to go up over 25 seconds, and you know, you get fear reduction per kill. So if you're hitting things with heavy attacks, then it's going to put her fear level up, and once the ability ends, it's actually going to drain her fear level back down as well, which is really nice. So you can kind of, you know, average out her fear threshold quite a lot on this game if you do hit the heavies as well. Like I said, she's really good for that, and also popping it during the boss fights. If you use the uncontrollable ability during boss fights, you will absolutely shred boss units on the game too, which is really, really helpful. And like I said, that bleeding damage with the heavies is really helpful too on bosses. It can kind of drain their health quite a lot. And like I said, this is mainly, you know, where the game's going now with the balance bar nerfs, you know, health damage and stuff is very much important in the game right now. So like I said, be sure to test this build out for you guys. Like I said, it's a high damage build. You know, it's mainly focused on playing with people. I wouldn't say this is going to be really, really strong in solo queue, but you know, you could potentially pull it off in solo queue as well if you do get the chance to actually play as Mia, because I know there's a lot of issues with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. I really, really enjoy using this build. Like the damage output I can do is absolutely insane. Like I said, I think she could potentially be the highest damage warrior in the game with this build. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a like, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you guys think of the build. I will be doing other builds for Mia and David as well with the new survivors being released. I haven't had much time to play around with them, but when I have been playing Mia, I have been running a build like this, and it's been absolutely insane doing it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that sub button if you are new to this channel. I do stream this game Monday to Thursday, so you can check out all my content on this channel as well. Yeah, I've been Pixels, you know, my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.